how are you guys doing today? My name is Jalen and I'm an aspiring yoga teacher, and I created this yoga channel to share all of the benefits that yoga has to offer us in our lives. And today, I just saw a blimp. Today, I'm going to be talking about self-love and why it is so important right now, moving into 2020 and the rest of the decade. So if that is something that you're interested in learning more about or hearing more about, stay tuned. So yes, I have been on my yoga journey for the past 2 years now, and the moment that I stepped on a mat, actually 2.5 years, excuse me. The moment that I stepped on my mat, I knew that this practice was for me. You know what? It actually wasn't a mat, it was a towel. I started off in the gutter, y'all. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I fell in love with yoga, guys. I started practicing it for the physical benefit, and I shortly realized that this practice was so much more than physical, and it began to rewire things in my brain. It began to rewire programming that I have taken on since my younger years, since I was a child. And you know, ever since I started my practice, I just knew that I wanted to do this for a living. I wanted to do yoga. I wanted to share the magic that it has to offer, the benefits, the myriad of benefits that it has to offer us in our lives. And I've been definitely on that journey for the past 2 years as well. And even through all the triumph and the heartache and the hardest times, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I'm so blessed to be on this journey and to be able to share it with you all. So today my video is going to be about self-love, and I think that it's a very important topic to talk about at this time, you know, because there's so much going on in the world, and a lot of people feel hopeless, they feel helpless, and they're not realizing that they are the creators of their reality and of their lives. And you know, a lot of people feel like victims, and they don't know, they're stuck, they don't know how to move out of their position. And if that's you, you know, I feel for you. I felt like that my whole life. I'm 24 years old now, and it wasn't until the past 2 years that I started to claim my victory, that I started to claim my essence, myself, and love myself. So yeah, yoga really helped me on this journey. It actually lifted me out of depression. Since I had got my whole life overweight, you know, because I didn't grow up in the best environment. You know, number one, I didn't know how to eat right. I didn't know how to communicate effectively. I didn't know how to improve myself. I didn't know how to exercise to be healthy. I didn't know shit, y'all. Excuse me, am I supposed to cuss? I didn't know anything, and I'm still really learning all of that stuff now. I'm teaching myself a lot of this stuff. My boyfriend is teaching me a lot about life. But yoga has taught me self-love, which when you have self-love, that just transforms your whole entire reality, your whole construct. It shifts your whole paradigm. And your paradigm is just a set of beliefs that form you, basically. I can definitely go more into depth with that, but you can look it up on your own. So yeah, it is so important to really cultivate self-love now, moving into 2020, into this next decade, because we're moving more into a digital society, you know. Automation's taking over. Machines, AI, they're taking over. And You know, that's actually a bad connotation. I don't want to say that. It's not taking over. It's coming in to assist us to move to the next level of our humanness, our humanity. So as we develop more and more technologically, it is very important that we hold on to our humanness, ourselves, what makes us ourselves. Because I don't know if you guys heard of transhumanism, but you know, that's something that is in the works and in the makings. They want to merge us with technology, and pretty much it's already happening. Like, who can live without this? Not many people can live without this. You're watching me right now on this, and when you leave the house without your phone and you notice a little later, your heart sinks. Your heart sinks down to your stomach and you feel naked, which is, it's kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. Just got a text message. So, excuse me. It is so important for us to stand in who we are and to accept ourselves, good, bad, and ugly, so that we can work on the darkness and we can shine the light. So a lot of people are gonna lose themselves, sad to say. A lot of people have already lost themselves in social media and don't know the difference between reality and virtual reality. Like, we're waiting for virtual reality to happen. It's already creeping into our space. This isn't what I'm wanting to talk about, but it's a really big theme. You know, it's important that we anchor ourselves in self-love, self-understanding, and really take responsibility for where we are in our lives. And you know, self-love can really help us do that because we approach ourselves without judgment. A lot of us are so judgmental of ourselves, and that is the #1 killer of self-love. So when you judge yourself, in turn, you judge other people as well, and that further divides you from your fellow human being, which is the key to loving yourself as well. Because if you don't like people, it's just a manifestation of how you feel about yourself inwardly, right? So it's very important to build a solid foundation within self. And I'm going to share with you a few things that I've done in my journey to cultivate a strong sense of self-love, empowerment, and exuding that to other people. I've been really noticing how much just me in the past couple years sharing my journey and like me growing and glowing have really impacted other people in my life. And I'm not gonna cry. It warms my heart so much when, you know what's so crazy? The moment that I feel the slightest inclination of defeatism, I have somebody who has been looking at me, who's been watching me, and they come and they tell me, don't stop, because I've helped them through things that I don't even know that I've helped them through. And oh my God, that makes my heart so warm. It makes my heart so warm. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys that I did to really cultivate a strong sense of self-love, you know, was affirmations. That's #1. So affirmations they're almost like prayer, but not necessarily. They're high vibrational sayings, you know, like I am beautiful, I am a being of light, I am a pillar of light, I am so grateful for my reality. I'm so grateful for the lessons that I've learned. You know, that's just a few that I have offhand right now, but there's many videos here on YouTube. I must have listened to, in the beginning of my journey, thousands of affirmations, and I didn't believe them at first. I really didn't believe them. And it took some time for me to actually see an improvement in the way that, in my self-image, which is the way that I see myself. But, you know, within a month, 2-3 months, even though I didn't like the way I looked in the mirror, I started to have this feeling of I love myself regardless, because I knew that I was doing what it takes to become the person that I wanted to be. And those affirmations only fueled me even more to go harder in my yoga practice, to go harder in the gym, at work, you know, just to be a better person all around. It gave me strength. I spoke that into myself. It gave me strength that I did not have before, and I never ever thought that I even had the ability to have. And that was empowering within itself. So that's my number one. And in turn, my affirmations actually affected my weight loss journey. I actually lost 50 pounds in the past 2 years. Yay me. I pat myself on the back. Number two, that leads me to number two, is to take care of yourself, take care of your body, exercise, do some yoga, you know, dance. Oh, I love to dance so much, just express myself. I love it, I love it. Go for walks, you know. There's so many different ways that we can move our bodies, and, you know, if you have any excess weight, you know, shedding weight and looking and loving yourself when you look in the mirror, feeling better health-wise, you know what I mean? So definitely moving your body. That's gonna be my second key or set of advice for self-love. So for me, yoga, it opened Pandora's box of many different self-love practices that I can do. And you know, when I do my yoga, I infuse it with dance. I play some music. I just flow, and I sometimes I just go through it. I don't even like have to watch any videos or anything or go to a class. I just flow through it, and it has helped me so much in my journey. If I can just, if I can explain to you. Actually, let me go ahead and drop a before and after picture right now. Yes, guys, yes, I have come a long way, and you know, a lot of people praise how I look physically, but my biggest transformation has been mentally. And the only thing that has allowed me the divine grace to become solid in my physicality was the way that I saw myself, the way that I love myself. When I began to love myself, I began to really shift my actions and my beliefs and my patterns and my habits. And that's really what makes us of who we are, you know what I mean? It's a series, it's a progression of what we do on a daily basis that makes up who we are. And you know, a lot of us forget that. Like, we're just waiting for this huge breakthrough. Like, we're waiting for the sky to fucking fall, you know? Like, it doesn't happen like that. Change happens in a progression. It happens in increments, and it's about what we do every single day, every moment of the day. And you know, we must really take responsibility of what we're doing on a daily basis. Are we contributing to the greatest great of our higher selves? Are we contributing to our future? Are we doing something every single day that our higher self is going to thank us for, that our future selves are going to thank us for? Now, these are some really important questions that we must ask. And you know, I ask myself these questions so often. This is my manifestation journal, my gratitude journal here. so many airplanes. Look at this. You see? Look at this. Maybe I'll actually share some of my like manifestation practices that I've been doing, because they really do work to bring in new energy into your life. I write in my journal everything that I'm grateful for, whether it's here or not yet. I'm so grateful. I'm so in love with life, and this is the key, y'all. It's the key. I may share some of this with you guys. Drop my pen. That leads me to number 3. Number key of this self-love journey is journaling. Journaling your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, your inhibitions. Write it all out. Get it out of here. When it's in here, it's worthless. It's not doing anything for us. We forget it in a minute anyways, not even a second. So journaling has been the #1 catalyst of my growth in this self-love journey. Getting those frustrations, those fears out of my head onto paper. Sometimes I even burn, like if I write down my fears or like habits that I want to release, sometimes I burn the paper, and it really works. Obviously not the next day am I just a new person, but like I said, it's all a progression. So it'll really serve you to keep a journal and just write out your feelings. That's how I started. Now, you know, I'm not gonna say that I'm all of my negative feelings are eradicated, because I don't even think that that's possible, but they're not even like a thought anymore. I'm now to the level where I'm so grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for the things that cause me pain and cause me heartache, because I know that that's just a level. It's making space for a level up for me to progress. Come through, universe. Come through, ancestors. Come through Most High. I know, I'm ready. I know, and I'm getting the tingles right now just thinking about it. But you know, a lot of people get defeated in their journey because they feel that they have no control over their circumstances in their lives. But the real key, this will lead me to number 4. Tip number 4 to living in a high vibration of self-love is to see the greatest good in everything. Everything happens in divine timing. Everything happens according to the divine plan. And you created this. You created these experiences so that you can actually feel what you needed to feel to push through these circumstances. Because let's be real, if we didn't go through half of the things that we went through, we'd still be where we were a couple years ago, or however many years ago. Sometimes it really takes a tough situation to allow us to level up in life. And why this is very important to embrace this in your self-love journey is because it will give you the grace to deal with these things when they do arise. Because, you know, a lot of people go through things and the first thing that they do is just trip out, flip out. And it's like, you know, I learned in my self-love journey, when things happen, not to me, but when things happen in my life, I learned to ask, what is this teaching me right now? Everything is my teacher. Everyone is my teacher, whether it's what to do or what it's not to do. So yeah, that's a really big one in your self-love journey, is to be more open, to embrace the adversity, because life would be so boring without it anyways. Like, am I right? Tip number 5. What's tip number 5 gonna be? I came up with this offhand, guys, so bear with me. Tip number 5 in your self-love journey is to just be patient. Just be patient with yourself, and with patience comes compassion, and vice versa. Compassion is, it'll give you so much grace in your journey. It'll help you understand other people even more, and it will liberate you from that victim mentality, because you realize also another thing is that, you know, the way that people are towards you are only a projection of what they're going through. And you know, a lot of people have a hard time loving themselves, and once you stand in your own love and your pillar of light, it's a lot easier for you to see through that barrier, that wall that people put up over themselves, and you just realize that a lot of people are just really scared. They're fearful. They don't know what to do. All of us are really just kids in grown people's bodies, if we're really keeping it a buck. But yeah, having that compassion not only allows a greater love for yourself, but also for your fellow human being. And you know, I think that I'm just gonna leave it off at 5 tips today and conclude there. This is such a needed message now, moving in 2020, moving forward, because we're moving into a space of love. I know it's kind of hard to really take that in and believe that with all the chaos going on in the world, but think about it. When you clean, right? When you clean your restroom, when you clean your bathroom, whatever, your kitchen, and you're scrubbing all this stuff up and you're digging all this stuff up, it always gets messy before it gets clean, fully clean. You always got to make a mess before you clean, because there's so much clutter, and you know, that clutter just comes up to a surface. But what happens when it's cleared and it's cleaned away? It looks better, it looks newer than ever before. And that's where we are right now in our point of humanity, you know. Before we've gotten to this time, a lot of us have amnesia of the past, but it has taken so much blood, sweat, and tears for us to get here, to be free as humans. We think that there's so much turmoil going on in the world, but this is actually probably one of the most peaceful times that the world has encountered, and we've got to stop listening to so much mass media and like all of the agendas going on that are just trying to perpetuate negativity and division between us, because that's simply not what it is. If you go out and you travel, or if you just go outside, I meet so many people just coming out here, you realize that people are amazing and they have so much compassion and love for their fellow human. And I think that that's something that we all need to start embodying, and it starts with self-love. It starts with self-love. So that'll conclude my video today, and I want to share something with you guys. I have this program. It's not my program, but this program that I have done myself over the past 6-7 months. It's a yoga program that has really allowed me to feel more confidence, feel more self-love, feel more energy waking up in the morning, you know, giving me this slim and slender shape that I've wanted so long and so much, but it has more meaning now, because through yoga, it's not just a physical practice, it's mind, body, and soul. And it's coming into alignment. And this is something that, you know, most of us don't know that we're actually seeking. So I actually want to share this program with you. It's going to be in the link in my description. And if this sounds like something that you resonate with, or you would like to learn more about, go ahead and check out that link in my description. I would love for you, if you like the information that I've given in this video, to please like, comment, and subscribe, and to hit that bell notification that jingles when you subscribe, because I'm going to be sharing some amazing yoga information, my yoga journey as a yoga teacher, and also business tips, you know, for anybody who wants to start a business online, which I'm doing myself. Definitely stay tuned.